Hey you guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then thanks for dropping in by my channel, and if you have already been there with me, then no more introduction is basically needed. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. The red button is somewhere over here. Just click onto that red subscribe button, and please do not forget to hit the bell button so that you get notified every time I post a new video on my YouTube channel. So this was it. This was a very stereotypical type of introduction. And okay, I just forgot one more point, which is like, if you haven't followed me on my Instagram and you want to follow me over there, then my Insta handle is @Poulami_Mimi. And I just keep on doing little mini tips and tricks and tutorials on my Insta handle. So if you do not want to miss them, please do give me a follow out there, and we will socialize on our Instagram. So about this smoky sultry something look, I just created this look with a very fun motive where I wanted to do something smoky, but at the same time I did not want to look it very intense. Like sometimes I just see like the smoky eyes, which I also do, and they're very like intense and very pigmented and very bold. Today I wanted to do something which is smoky yet soft, like a soft smoky eye. Yeah, I just didn't want to use like a lot of colors, which I have used maybe 3-4 colors, all the neutral colors, and these colors are very easily available on any platter. Like you just go for some neutral warm cool toned palette and you will just get these colors. They are not very unreachable or out of reach. Like people always generally, if they are not very much into makeup, they always go for this sort of a palette where they have like this nice warm brown colors. So yeah, so creating this look is going to be very easy. And if you ask someone who just is scared of wearing a smoky eye, because smoky eye always looks very dark and bold and just like this into your eyes, and you don't want that loud look, then you can definitely go for this one. So this is going to be my version of smoky eyes, which is going to be very soft and sultry. So without any more further description and introduction about this look, I am just going to start the video. So now, as you can already see that I have already done my base makeup, so I will start with my eyes directly. And to prep my eyes, today I'm going to use my NYX Professional. This is an eyeshadow base primer. It is in the shade Skin. So this is how it looks like. It's basically a pot, and there you have the product, and I'm just going to use it. You get this in a white variant also. So I'm just like taking the product and I'm just like patting it onto my eyelid like this. And this is very pigmented, like very pigmented. So yeah, it is going to cancel out all the discoloration also at the same time. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just like patting it onto my eyelid with a brush. And now when I'm done with dabbing it onto my skin, I'm just going to go and take my Sigma beauty sponge, and I'm just going to press it over my eyelid just like that. So now when I'm done with prepping my eyelid with the NYX eyeshadow base, I am just going to go and grab my eyeshadow palette for this look. And today the palette which I'm using is a very versatile Gems Charles X Morphe palette. It's the Artistry palette. It's this one, as you can see, and I just love using this palette. So the color which I'm going to choose from this palette is this one over here, like this one. As you all know that this is my favorite transition shade, and the transition shade that actually goes with my skin color, my skin tone and everything. So I'm just going to take my brush and dip it into this color like this. Now since this palette is very pigmented, so I'm just dusting off the excess. And now what I'm doing is I'm just placing it onto like this area of my eye. I'm just like placing it onto my eye area, like eye transition area, like this, just above my crease. At this particular time I am not blending it out, but I'm just like placing it in, cause today you must have noticed that I did not set my eyelid with a loose powder. So what I am doing at this point is I'm taking the pigment and I'm just placing it onto my eyelid so that it sticks to that place. I'm not blending it, because if I start blending I'm just going to mess it up, and at this point I just want to look that whether both the eyes are looking same or not. And now when I'm done with placing that color onto my transition area, I'm just going to go and take the other color, like the second color, which is going to be like this one and that one. So I'm just going to mix both of this color, and then I'm just going to place it onto this entire eyelid. And now when I'm happy with the intensity of these colors, I am just going to go and take the darkest color over here, which is this one, and I'm just going to mix it up with the black color over here, and I am just going to place it just like here, closest to my lash line, so that yeah, so that it looks like a liner, and my eyes get defined very easily. So now I'm done with placing that color. I'm just going to take some brush, like some clean brush, and I'm just going to blend the outer area of that brown and darkest brown and black liner, which I just did right now. So I'm like diffusing the outer edge of that, and to do that I'm just like pulling it inward. Make it less intense, and at this time, like here, what I'm doing is with whatever it's there in my brush, I'm just like creating a corner V over here with no color, but the color which I was diffusing here, I'm taking the same color because that is already in my brush, and I'm just like doing an outer V over here. So for this eye I'm also going to do the same. I'm just going to diffuse the edges, the corners, and with whatever it's there I'm just going to create a nice outer V effect onto this eye. So when I'm like done with everything, I'm just going to go and do my lower lash line. And for my lower lash line, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this color over here. This is quite pigmented, like this color over here, and I'm just going to start doing my lower lash line. And for that I'm just like giving it a nice pull, not a very nice pull, I'm just like dragging it a little bit down. So don't forget to connect it with the outer edge. I'm not dragging it till the inner corner, I'm just like doing it, placing it onto the outer corner. But at this moment what I'm seeing that the eyeshadow color which I choose is not coming out very properly, so I'm just going to go ahead and dip my brush into this one, like this one over here, dusting off the excess, and now I'm just going to place it onto the outer edge so that it gives that nice cool and diffused effect. Yeah, that's it. And I'm not a very big fan of like doing the lower lash line very low, so I just keep it very close to my lower lash line. And here I'm also going to do the same with this other eye. So now when I'm done with my entire eye makeup, I just went ahead and put on some concealer. And for my concealer today I used my PAC Spotlight Ready concealer. It's this one and it's in the shade 03. But when I was applying, I thought my camera was recording, but due to some reason my actually camera was not recording, so I don't have any actual footage of me applying the concealer, but I can show you guys me blending the concealer. And when I'm done with blending the concealer into my skin, I'm just going to go towards some loose powder, and for my loose powder I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. It's in the shade 02 light medium. So at this point what I'm going to do is I am just like placing the powder onto my under eyes, and then like taking the same sponge, I'm just dabbing it into the powder, dunking it into the powder, and I'm just like setting my entire face, because setting your face is very important, very 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 important, because you do not want to sweat and be like a sweaty person. So now I'm basically done with powdering my entire face. So now what I will do is I will go ahead and put on some liner onto my waterline. And for my liner today I'm going to use my PAC long lasting kohl. It's in the shade Skin. I know you guys are a big fan of this one, and I'm also a huge fan of this one. So I'm just going to give my eyelid like a gentle pull, and I'm just like, so when I'm done with putting on that kohl onto my waterline, I'm just going to go and do some bronzing for my face, because right now my face is looking like a definitionless ball, just no definition, no cutting, no contouring, nothing. So I went ahead and I grabbed my NYX contouring and highlighting palette. It's this one. Go and grab this color over here, like this one, and I'm just going to give it a nice brush, and then I'm just like placing it onto my cheekbone. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just like placing it, and then I'm blending it and diffusing it. Never drag your contour or your bronzer downwards, always try to lift it up like this. So like what I mean is your brush stroke should always be like this, never blend it like anything. So it should be like this, so that you are fanning it upwards like this towards your hairline. Some for my forehead also, because I have a huge forehead. So now taking the same color and just pinching my brush like this, I am cutting my nose. I want a shadow to fall out there. Oh, my nose. And I'm doing the same thing for this side also. Shadow brush, which is clean, which I use for blending my eyeshadow. I'm just like diffusing the color, because I don't want like a nice blot of color on my face. So I'm just like giving it a nice blend of the brush. You can see what I'm doing. Hope you are enjoying and you are learning each and every step, and that is the only reason I always show and try to show each and every steps in very detailed manner. And I always keep on saying what I'm doing, the reason why I'm doing, what effect are you going to get if you do this. Actually these are all everything which I learned from my own journey. I have tried and tested and failed, and this is how I learned everything. So right now I'm just like giving it a nice wash towards my eyebrow, so it looks attached to my brow line. So yeah, this is it. And the same trick, I am going to take my beauty sponge and I'm just like dabbing it over the contour, nose contour. Yeah, like this. So now the area which is left for contouring is my jawline. So I'm just going to grab the same color, giving it a nice wash, and I'm just like connecting it with my hairline, and yeah, so that my chin also look chiseled. So now what I did is I basically went behind the camera and I popped on some falsies, and for my falsies I have used my PAC M77 lashes, and I just popped them and I am right back. So now at this point of time what I am going to do is I'm just going to put some highlighter on my face, and for my highlighter I'm going to use my PAC baked highlighter. It's in the shade 02 Iconic. It basically looks like this, and taking my PAC highlighter brush I'm just going to dip it into the pot like this, and I'm just going to place it onto the high points of my face. So onto my nose, obviously, because I want my nose to shine and to look sharp. And now when I'm done with putting my highlighters, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go and do my lips. And for my lips, the lipstick which I have chosen today is 501 Dynamite Berry. It's from the brand Lakme Absolute, and it looks like this. So this is how the lipstick looks like, and I'm just going to put this on my lips. So now I'm done with putting on my lipstick. So the entire look is done right now. This is how I created this look. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this tutorial, and if you have liked this video, then do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to me, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next day with yet another more interesting video. Till then, take care and keep it glam and stay indoors.